Hi guys, the general election hasn't even taken place yet, but Alastair Campbell, Tony Blair's former spokesman, was right on the money when he appeared on the Trevor Phillips show. He highlighted what may be a massive problem when the vote share is eventually analysed. We could see Labour winning a massive parliamentary majority, but in real terms seeing their share of the vote drop. On the other end of the scale, Nigel Farage's Reform UK could win millions of votes, but either end up with 0 seats or just a handful. This means that there will be pressure on the future government to do something about first past the post.
Next week, PR will be on the agenda.
Yeah.
Because if you have Labour getting a massive majority with fewer votes than Corbyn, Lib Dems doing really well with fewer votes than Charles Kennedy, Nick Clegg, and Reform getting millions of votes but a few seats, people are going to go, oh, hold on a minute.
Yes, hold on a minute. What the hell is going on here? How is it possible that Labour's share of the vote dropped and they won a massive majority? How is it possible that Nigel Farage's Reform UK won millions of votes but ended up with maybe 1 seat or a handful of seats, or maybe even 0 seats? How is that possible? So there will be pressure applied to a future Labour government to do something about first past the post, to replace it with proportional representation. And that pressure will be applied from outside Parliament, or, well, outside the government. The small political parties will try to have the system changed. But they're not going to be able to do that because Keir Starmer will have a massive majority. And he will say, look, now that I have a majority, I can do as I wish. Why would I change that? Why would I change the system, which would result in the destruction, in a sense, of the Labour Party? So I don't think he's fully on board with the idea of PR. He has said recently that he doesn't support changing that. Now, he has said many things, so we should probably take that with a pinch of salt. But the pressure will have to be applied from within the Labour Party. So there's no point Farage complaining. Farage can complain all he wants. He's not going to shift the needle. The Liberal Democrats can complain. The Conservatives can complain. But it's not going to make any difference unless it actually happens within the Labour Party. So I think what we're going to see is, after a massive majority, you're going to start to see factions begin to form within the Labour Party, and some of those will be pushing for PR. And they're going to say, look, we want some sort of concessions, or we're going to vote against your bills. We're going to rebel. Like we saw with the Conservatives when Boris Johnson won an 80-seat majority. Different factions saying we want X, Y, and Z. And if you don't give us X, Y, and Z, then we're going to rebel against you. We're going to vote against you in Parliament. And this could create a headache for Keir Starmer. So I think what we're going to see is pressure for a change of the electoral system outside the Labour Party, from the likes of Farage, the Liberal Democrats and others, and a change within the Labour Party from those who have been advocating for PR for a long time now. Now, will they succeed? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.